We didn't know anything like this.
Witnesses could not believe what they were seeing. A trucker speeding and swerving through traffic on I-30, sideswiping cars along the way with police in pursuit. The chase ended with a crash in Arlington and a standoff that lasted nearly 3 hours before SWAT moved in and took the driver into custody. Going to go up to now Sky for live pictures. As you can see, the truck is still there. The eastbound lanes are still shut down on I-30. You can see the damaged big rig on the shoulder. Behind it, that scorched hunk of metal, that's a burned out wreckage of a car that the truck slammed into and crushed right against the wall there. Amazingly, the driver of that vehicle was able to get out of the car and run to safety before it went up in flames. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm Steve Eager. I'm joined by Fox 4's Sean Rabb. Was a part of the live breaking news coverage this afternoon on Fox 4. All right, Sean, we know this started in Fort Worth. Police tried to make a traffic stop because he had been driving erratically.
Right.
They put on the lights and walk us through what happened after.
Yeah, and then he took off, and that was all around I-30 and Montgomery, and it was high drama along Interstate 30 for 3 hours this afternoon. For the longest, police didn't know exactly how many people were in the cab of that runaway rig. Now, this video posted to our Facebook page. It was shot by Ron Widdup as he drove by the ending accident scene. He was traveling west on I-30. You can see the fire as he moves slowly past the wreckage. It's just starting to flare from a vehicle that was on the side of the road. The truck, Steve, smashed that car like a grape. Again, police say the driver in the car was able to get out and run for safety. That's just one of several cars police say the trucker either sideswiped or ran into during the chase from Fort Worth into Arlington. And amazing, people got out of their own cars and trucks and lined the westbound side of the I-30 service road watching as all of this played out. This is Fort Worth police video. They posted to Facebook as this continued to unfold. Officers' cameras rolling as they rolled up to I-30 near Cooper in Arlington. You see the debris littering the interstate. Officers somewhat tentative right here, not sure what's going to happen next. Then Arlington SWAT moving their armored vehicle up closest to the cab, and Fort Worth police staging a little further back. Our cameras covered every position as Arlington and Fort Worth SWAT units got in place and moved ever closer with every caution to the cab of that truck. Snipers were positioned on top of SWAT vehicles and on the Cooper Street overpass with a line of sight right into the cab. Spectators, again, lining there you see from Sky 4, the side of the freeway. Some taking selfies and shooting video right behind officers who had their guns trained on the cab, Steve. Aaron Rowland, one of the first people we spoke to, who was right there as it all went down.
I was eating lunch and I just heard a crash, and so I went over there and I didn't know what was going on. I just saw a bunch of debris and a truck that got smashed up behind that semi, and I come to keep watching it and come to find out, yeah, it's high-speed chase.
Yeah, high-speed chase for sure. At times, police say up to 100 miles an hour. Finally, police bringing the person in the truck out. You could see a man, no woman, as police thought and had been told by witnesses. One person, a man. Scanner talk among police indicated he was drifting kind of in and out of consciousness, and you could see he was bleeding from his head. That seemed to be his injuries, as we could see them there as he was taken from that accident location. All in all, a lot of drama, a lot of damaged vehicles along the way, but a peaceful end.
All right, talk to me about the vehicle. We were most concerned during our live coverage. Even the Arlington police sergeant said they assumed that was a fatality. That car crushed and burned up, that nobody had gotten out of it. Tell me how that person got out, how that all happened, because we were so happy when we heard that he got out alive.
Yes, and from what we've been able to learn by talking to some of our people in the Arlington Police Department, the truck hit that car. The guy in that vehicle was hurt. He was injured, but he was able to kind of get out. There was a police officer running up to the scene. He told him to run. And with his injuries, that guy took off running. Might have been the same man that witness Candace Price saw running. But as he ran away from the car, then the explosion and fire.
Crazy afternoon out there. All right, Sean Rabb, thanks for the coverage. We appreciate it. All right, let's go to Fox 4's Alex Boyer, who watched the standoff and how it ended with others along I-30. Alex.
Yeah, Steve, a couple of spectators still hanging out here, but you know what a difference a couple of hours can make. When we first arrived here on scene just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, this section of the I-30 service road was just lined with onlookers. Dozens of people either caught up in the traffic mess of this chase or just being curious, you know, pulled into commercial parking lots near the Cooper Street overpass and began recording the action on their cell phones. Several people we saw were giving their followers on social media the play-by-play via Facebook Live and Twitter. They watched alongside us as SWAT officers with both Arlington and Fort Worth police moved in to remove the suspect from the cab of the semi. I talked to two women who came up on the scene just moments after the crash.
We stopped, we saw the truck on fire. We couldn't really tell what happened, thought maybe it was just like a crash or something, and then there were two vehicles on fire.
I listened like something heavy, like explosion or something like that, but I never imagined something that happened this.
And that heavy explosion that Eunice Aguilar described was the semi actually hitting the concrete wall. Now, I talked to another onlooker named Sarah Kidd, who she was driving from Fort Worth to Arlington on I-30 this afternoon and noticed several damaged cars along the highway. She tells me that she had no idea that it was the wrecked out semi that actually hit the car during the police chase. And as we come back out here live, you may be able to see in the distance there, that is the overpass of Cooper Street. You can see some of those spectators who remain on scene here. I talked to some of them. They say they're determined to stay out here until this scene is clear. And as you know from the debris that still remains on the eastbound lanes here of I-30, that is going to keep it shut down for several hours, police say, but they hope to have it reopened early this evening. Steve?
All right, Alex, definitely a curiosity, so there you go. Thank you very much. All right, let's go now to Fox 4's Phil Alvarado, who's at John Peter Smith Hospital in Fort Worth, where the police took that suspect driver. Phil?
Steve, an Arlington ambulance arrived here at JPS Hospital in Fort Worth with that man who was in the 18-wheeler, helped police in that standoff after the chase. John Peter Smith Hospital is a major trauma hospital in Tarrant County. Now, although police still haven't released much on his condition, this is him arriving in the ambulance, and you can see him at some point coming out of the ambulance in a gurney. We don't know if he was injured by that tremendous crash up against the concrete wall under the Cooper Street Bridge. He was also holed up in that hot cab of the truck for hours before SWAT teams from Arlington and Fort Worth went in and took him out of that cab. Now, along with everything police are checking, it's possible police may also be doing a blood draw to check if this person was under the influence. So police want to make sure that they do everything they need to do medically before they put this person in jail. Now, whatever caused this truck driver to not stop for police, then stay in the cab with a standoff, police are likely getting some of their first answers, as this is their first opportunity to really talk to him. Steve?